In the previous video, we introduced the object-oriented interface to Matplotlib, and let me just review that here. So we imported from Matplotlib, we imported pyplot, and we gave it the abbreviation PLT. And then we made this figure object and this axes object. And the reason it's called the object-oriented interface is because we're calling a method on this axes object. So I'll show you the alternative in a second. But first, let me just tell you part of the justification for why I want us to use the object-oriented interface. This comes from the Matplotlib documentation, and it says, Matplotlib has two interfaces. The first is an object-oriented interface. In this case, we'll utilize an instance of axes.axes. So let me convince you that that's true. So if I ask what's the type of AX, we get axes subplot. And in order to render visualizations on an instance of figure.figure, so where's the figure? That's type fig. Okay, here's the figure.figure. The second is based on MATLAB, and in general, a lot of Matplotlib looks very similar to MATLAB, and that uses what's called a state-based interface. And it says, in general, so I'm the one who added the bold, in general, try to use the object-oriented interface, okay, which is what I want us to use in Math 9. So let me show you the alternative here. So hopefully it'll make it more clear how this is different. And you'll see a lot of people using this state-based interface because it's a little shorter to write. So I can totally get rid of this portion. And then instead of calling the plot method of this axes object, instead I'm going to call the plot function from PLT, okay, from pyplot. And maybe I'll get rid of this semicolon. No, I guess maybe I still want the semicolon. I don't use this pyplot that often, or I don't use this state-based interface that often. So here is the state-based way of doing this. And if you were to check, for example, what is this plot? Okay, this is a function plot from the pyplot module. Okay, so this is like using a function that's defined in pyplot as opposed to creating an instance of an axes object, okay, this AX, and calling the plot method on that. So this one is the object-oriented interface. This one is the state-based interface. Okay, I'll keep this video short. Thank you for watching.